This broadcast will begin in 5 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. This broadcast will begin in 1 minute. This broadcast will begin in 30 seconds.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
1 second from half court.
Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is.
Caught! This broadcast is a production of the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Good evening from Bentworth High School. Tonight, the WJPA Sports Network brings you a crucial 2A Section 3 wrestling matchup as the Bearcats host Beth-Center. Hi, everyone. I'm Bob Gregg here on the Visit Greene County warm-up show. Eric Bennett, our floor director, heading up our Greene sports crew. Chris Fox on camera. Bill Chapo, and Dave Anthony producing in our downtown Washington studios. For the winner of tonight's match, it's very simple. Get set to wrestle in the WPIL 2A Team Wrestling Tournament. You're in. For the loser, not quite as clear-cut. They'll be waiting to see if a wild card phone call comes from the wrestling committee tomorrow morning. Tonight's match on the WJPA Sports Network is brought to you in part by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County, by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, by the Day Insurance Agency, by Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation and Advanced Surgical Hospital, by Attorney John Patricic, by CNX Dreamfields, by Slovenian Savings and Loan, by the Mariscotti Insurance Agency and Mariscotti Funeral Home, by Visit Greene, by Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. We'll have more on the Visit Greene County warm-up show here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Community College of Beaver County is now in Washington County. We are here with the support you need and the value you want at the Washington County College Center. Explore our in-demand career paths in aviation, education, and criminal justice, or start college early with dual enrollment courses and high school academies. At the Washington County College Center, your pathway to success starts right at home. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and keep the warm and cozy in. Visit a loan officer today or apply anytime online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 458729.
Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency here in Washington. When was the last time you reviewed your homeowner's policy? In recent years, the price of homeowners insurance has gone up dramatically. In fact, some companies have raised their rates by as much as 35% in the last year. If you haven't reviewed your coverage lately, now is the time. You might be surprised at how much you can save. Call us at 724-228-3448. Visit us online at dayinsurance.com or stop by one of our offices in Washington or Hickory.
Couple of pretty evenly matched squads here tonight. Each of them had 5 medalists at the Tri-Cata tournament at the beginning of the month. Bentworth with a first, a second, a third, a fifth, and a sixth place finisher. Beth-Center had a first, a second, a third, and 2 fourth place finishers. Bentworth finished 5th in the 21-team tournament, and Beth-Center had the 8th most points. That snow squall that moved through particularly Greene County has already impacted things tonight. We can tell you that the Washington-West Greene match in Section 1 has been postponed, and that happened very late this afternoon. McGuffey Chartiers Houston will wrestle tonight in Meadowlands for the section title. In Section 2, Hopewell's at Burgettstown. Burgettstown in control of that. A whole bunch of crazy things would have to happen for the Blue Devils not to make the team tournament. Avella's at Southside. The Eagles can share the section title with a couple of those crazy things. Our matchup, very simple. Winner gets a team tournament berth, and the loser has to hope to get a wild card invitation. Couple of other notes for you. In this section, Section 3, Jefferson Morgan has won the championship. They were supposed to wrestle at home tonight with Fraser, and Fraser has forfeited that match. We'll take a look at some more notes on this one when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network here on the Visit Greene County warm-up show on WJPA.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Consol Energy Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
Hi, this is Attorney John Patrisik, and I've been your hometown attorney for nearly 30 years. Whether it be family law, the preparation of wills and powers of attorney, or the administration of an estate, I'm ready to assist you. I also represent clients on real estate matters including oil and gas, local government issues, contract disputes, and civil litigation, including personal injury. If you're looking for an experienced attorney, I have offices in Bentonville and Washington. Call 724-239-2330 for a free consultation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Slovenian Savings and Loan is here for your life, your future, and your dreams. While life's pace seems to get faster and faster, Slovenian Savings and Loan still stands by its traditional values of honesty, integrity, and building personal relationships. Enjoy all modern conveniences to make banking easy, combined with a down-to-earth, face-to-face way of doing business. Slovenian Savings and Loan on Boone Avenue in Strabane. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the home of the Bearcats, and our thanks to both teams, the head coaches, to athletic director Brian Malecki for a bit of accommodation here tonight. It's senior night here at Bentworth, and able to work with us for a couple of minutes later start. Not that we had to move a whole lot of that, because they were long ceremonies in representing the seniors. Bentworth comes into this match 2-1 in Section 3. Beth-Center comes in 2-1. Both teams have beaten Brownsville. Bentworth 47-24, Beth-Center 49-22. That's a wash. Both teams beat Fraser. Bentworth 54-6. Beth-Center beat the Commodore 72-6. That has a little bit to do with the holes in the Bentworth lineup in the early weight classes. And both teams lost to Jefferson Morgan. The Rockets beat the Bentworth 39-32 and beat the Beth-Center 42-31. That's really one match difference in those. So they're going to wrestle tonight. The winner goes to the team tournament, and the loser has to hope for a wild card. Decent chance for the winner of this match to get that because of the other things that they've done outside of section, but there is nothing guaranteed. That's what makes it a wild card spot. Bentworth, with the holes in the lineup at 27 and 33. They have 3 wrestlers in the first 3 weight classes, then nobody available to wrestle those 2, so they will forfeit 2 weights out of the first 5. Beth-Center, meanwhile, can fill every weight. They have 14 wrestlers weighed in, but to do so, they're going to have to make some moves, including somebody from 7's going to have to bump to 14. Somebody at 139 will have to wrestle up at 145, and then to fill at 189, they'll have to bump from 52, 60, and 72. Heath Graff's our referee. We'll get you set and get started. Beth-Center at Bentworth with a team tournament spot going to the winner here on the WJPA Sports Network on our Visit Greene warm-up show.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency and the Mariscotti Funeral Home in California are proud to support students and families throughout the area. The Mariscotti family provides honest service with a commitment to excellence to families and businesses in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties. For nearly 50 years, the Mariscotti family has served the community, and they look forward to the next 50 years. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency on 3rd Street and the Mariscotti Funeral Home on 4th Street, supporting the Bearcats, Bulldogs, Falcons, and Trojans.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Noah McCollum presents for Beth-Center at 107 pounds, and the Bearcats are apparently going to bump up from there. They mentioned they have to forfeit 2 of the first 5, and the Bearcats will indeed forfeit to Noah McCollum here at 107 pounds. That'll take us up to 114. Brody Quigley available for Beth-Center. Brian Matthews and Brody Quigley, and we are underway at 114 pounds. Wrestlers into a tie-up, then break out of that. Tie-up again, and now looking for an opportunity. Nice shot to the legs. Turn it into a double. Matthews picks up Quigley, sets him onto his wallet. Takedown is awarded. Took just 22 seconds. Quigley trying to fight his hand free out of a 2-on-1, but unable to do that. Matthews hunkering down over that left knee as well. Matthews trying to work to get head, arm, leg, all of it packaged up. Beautiful look at that cradle. For those of you watching on NFHS or on our YouTube feed, near falls are coming for Matthews. It is a full boat 4-point near fall. As we click under a minute remaining in the first period, 7-0 lead for Brian Matthews. Working tough up top. Both of these guys weighed in for 107 pounds. I mentioned Bentworth forfeiting at 107 to McCollum, and then getting the matchup that they want with Matthews against Quigley. No weight advantage here because of both of them weighing in the earlier weight. 25 seconds to go in our opening period. And those of you watching online, when we do go to break, we'll get you side by side. So you'll be able to see what's going on during that break as well. Half Nelson, leg hooked, and Matthews cranking up top. Trying to slip out of it is Quigley, and good job by Matthews to go grab the other arm as well and keep control. Now Quigley trying to turn in. Matthews will hold on. 7-0 Matthews of Bentworth after 1 second period on the WJPA Sports Network.
Community College of Beaver County is now in Washington County. We are here with the support you need and the value you want. At the Washington County College Center, explore our in-demand career paths in aviation, education, and criminal justice, or start college early with dual enrollment courses and high school academies. At the Washington County College Center, your pathway to success starts right at home. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Second period underway. Quigley with choice takes neutral and gets a nice shot in deep on a single against Matthews, who's trying to package up top. Matthews actually pulled Quigley on top of him, and the takedown is awarded. Matthews to his feet, trying to rip and run, can't get free, and now does get the hands apart and steps out of that. So 8-3 the score now. And Quigley trying to push the issue, gets in on a leg again, but Matthews sprawls back. Missed the crossface, but he's going to hook a leg now. Quigley dumps Matthews onto his hips. This is what got Quigley in trouble the first time, but now able to get his own leg free and up over the top, gets the takedown. 11-3 the lead now. Just under 50 seconds remaining in our second period. 6-0 Beth-Center leads the team board. Those of you on our YouTube channel, that's the score on the right on the gray section there. And the bout score, Matthews and Quigley, is the score in the dark gray section. Cradle and in trouble, and to his back, Quigley is pinned. 3:25 the time of the fall for Brian Matthews to get the fall and tie the dual meet. We'll go to 121 here on the WJPA Sports Network in just a moment.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and keep the warm and cozy in. Visit a loan officer today or apply anytime online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 458729.
Bobby Lemley bumps up from 114 to 121, giving up a few pounds, taking on Nico Gush, and right in on a takedown for Lemley. He's up 3-0 here in the early going. Washington Greene County teams already qualifying. Chartiers Houston, McGuffey, Jeff Morgan, and our winner, Canna McMillan and Trinity, have both qualified already for the team tournament in AAA. Still alive, Avella, Burgettstown, Beth-Center Bentworth loser alive for a possible wild card invitation. Avella and Burgettstown can both clinch automatic berths tonight. Peters Township clinches with a win. Ringgold clinches with a win. And if with losses, Ringgold's likely to get in. Peters Township is not. Bobby Lemley working bars. And belly down, and a stalling call comes to Gush. Just over a minute into this first period. Chicken wing over. Gush goes up perpendicular. Count resumes, goes perpendicular again. Not going to get points, but Lemley thought he had points, and he let the arm bar go thinking he was going to get it. It was delayed by the same hold, but no near fall points awarded. Several separate one counts, so no points. 25 seconds to go in this first. Lemley folds that left arm, now bars it, goes to a one-on-one and runs the head, and this time Gush goes over and in all kind of trouble. Lemley trying to lower the hips and put the shoulder blade down, and he gets it. 1:52 the time of the fall for Bobby Lemley. Bentworth 12, Beth-Center 6. We'll go to 127 when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency here in Washington. When was the last time you reviewed your homeowner's policy? In recent years, the price of homeowners insurance has gone up dramatically. In fact, some companies have raised their rates by as much as 35% in the last year. If you haven't reviewed your coverage lately, now is the time. You might be surprised at how much you can save. Call us at 724-228-3448. Visit us online at dayinsurance.com or stop by one of our offices in Washington or Hickory.
Dandy matchup here at 127 pounds. Mentioned the Tri-Cata Award winners, medalists. Here are two of them going head-to-head. Brock McClure, third in his weight class. Shane Cronin finished fourth in his. And wrestling here at 127 pounds. Bentworth will forfeit at 133. We know that already. The only only other thing that could happen is that Beth-Center could decide to move up as well, but almost certainly the Bulldogs will take the 6 points. McClure getting packaged up here by Cronin. McClure trying to turn all the way across, able to grab a leg, and good work there on the bottom by McClure, though on the bottom physically, though no control has been awarded. 45 seconds gone, first period. Great to have you along tonight here on the WJPA Sports Network. Appreciate our regular audience joining us for this. Winner goes on to the WPIL team tournament. Thanks to Bill Chapo and Dave Anthony in our downtown Washington studios as well. Get a stalemate call there. And a restart, says Heath Graff. Duck under attempt by McClure. Pancake attempt by Cronin. There's two scramble on out of there. McClure comes back after the leg. He is in deep on a single, but can't pull it in. Now raises up, works between the legs. Cronin draped over his back. McClure trying to turn Cronin to his side where he can slide his hips out from the control of Cronin. Cronin trying to work his way into a hook on that leg himself. And now McClure improving his position. Whips Cronin to the side. Tries to get to a cradle. Takedown is awarded for McClure. 25 seconds to go. First period. And good scramble work by both, but McClure got the better of it and got the takedown. Has the far leg hooked and pulled underneath the body, and that leaves Cronin almost defenseless going that way if McClure can step off that leg, but he's not going to be able to get at least not a bundle of points, and will run out of time. McClure, Bentworth, 3-0 lead on Cronin of Beth-Center after 1 second period when we come right back.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Consol Energy Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
3-0 Brock McClure leads, chose bottom position for the start of the second period. Cronin sticks a knee up in the butt there, trying to work head into the back of the right arm as well, now at a tight waist. McClure trying to make sure he doesn't get his arm and leg packaged up on the right side, and Cronin abandons that effort. McClure not doing much but countering on the bottom, and he gets broken flat once again. Cronin trying to find some way to go. Spiral ride, hand up underneath on the Nelson on the right, left hand down through the crotch. Now has McClure broken flat again halfway through the second, and Brock McClure struggling to get something going on the bottom, but Cronin not able to take any advantage there. Half and a one-on-one. McClure just whips him off that half Nelson to stop that control. McClure trying to work his way up, and Cronin picks an ankle and flattens him back to the mat. Cronin with a tight waist, pulling on the left upper arm. McClure able to draw his knees back up under. Cronin leaning hard on the back, keeping McClure kind of knees spread, hunkered down there. One thing McClure does not want to do is give Cronin an opening to throw legs in. Sit out attempt by McClure. 20 seconds to go in this second period. Bar in by Cronin. McClure trying to loose arm to get his right arm free. Heath Graff, you can see right there checking on that. You cannot use that leverage with that arm on the back. Cronin can't drive that way, and McClure able to get his arm off his back and will be able to get through the period. Same score as the end of one, 3-0 McClure, end of two, third period when we come right back.
Hi, this is Attorney John Petrisic, and I've been your hometown attorney for nearly 30 years. Whether it be family law, the preparation of wills and powers of attorney, or the administration of an estate, I'm ready to assist you. I also represent clients on real estate matters including oil and gas, local government issues, contract disputes, and civil litigation including personal injury. If you're looking for an experienced attorney, I have offices in Bentonville and Washington. Call 724-239-2330 for a free consultation.
Shane Cronin of Beth-Center chooses bottom position for the third period. And Cronin gonna try to fight his way free and get reversal or get neutral and try to pull even or take the lead in this match. Cronin, forehead buried in the mat. McClure tight waist, trying to chop on an arm. He's draped around the right leg. Roll attempt by Cronin, and McClure has to let him go, give up the escape to make it 3-1. And now Cronin's going to push the issue into neutral position a little bit. The only takedown of the match came as a result of McClure's shot, but it took a long time to finish it off. Now McClure gets to a leg. This is exactly how the first takedown happened. McClure in deep. Cronin reaches across the back, trying to find a place to get the hands locked with around that waist and flop McClure over. McClure trying to pin Cronin to his side. Now Cronin gets back up to his knees. McClure ends up on his hips, not a place you want to be. Trying to slide his right leg back out from underneath him and get back to his knees, and we get a stalemate call. First time through, they used a lot of time in a similar position, but McClure kept improving. This time he was not able to do that. 30 seconds to go in the bout. 3-1 lead for Brock McClure. A couple of Tri-Cata medalists going head-to-head. 12-6 Bentworth leads. The Bearcats again are going to forfeit at 133 pounds. So in essence, the bout is, the dual meet will be tied. And then the results of this match will see who's has the lead. Short drag attempt. Cronin up over the body, hooks a leg, and we get the takedown right before the buzzer. And a late takedown for Shane Cronin was definitely ahead of the buzzer, and is going to win it. The 3-point takedown came with about 1 second remaining. Cronin 4, McClure 3. Team score goes to 12-9. The forfeit at 133 pounds will make it 15-12 Beth-Center. We'll get a 139 when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Michael Curtis presents for Beth-Center at 133, takes the forfeit that puts the Bulldogs back in front, 15-12. Drake McClure presents. Dante Price for Beth-Center. And Drake McClure. And that means we're going to have another Tri-Cata medalist matchup when we go to 145. Croson and Wright will scout, but let's deal here first. Drake McClure in on a leg. McClure, Tri-Cata runner-up, gets an early takedown. Just 18 seconds in, and a cradle in, and Price stacked up and pinned. 23 seconds, the time of the fall for Drake McClure. Bentworth goes back in front. Bearcats 18, Bulldogs 15. We'll go to 145 when we come back here on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
At Slovenian Savings and Loan, they understand you want convenience. That's why their mobile banking app allows you to bank from anywhere, anytime. They also know there's no substitute for personal, one-on-one service from someone who cares about you and your family. Founded on honesty, integrity, and trust in 1925, and that will never change. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Slovenian Savings and Loan on Boone Avenue in Strabane. SlovenianSavingsandLoan.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, the Bearcats do not send out Croson at 145. They will forfeit to Mason Wright, so BC goes back in front 21-18. My guess is then Croson is going to come at 145. Bryce Croson indeed bumps up to 152. Bentworth can fill every mat the rest of the way, and Croson in quickly, a Tri-Cata fifth-place medalist. 21-15, Beth-Center leads, but Croson with the takedown, he bars and turns Evan Miller right over to his back and gets the pin in 19 seconds. Back-to-back first-period pins in matches that were wrestled. forfeit to Beth-Center in the middle. Bentworth 24, Beth-Center 21. We'll get a 160 here on the WJPA Sports Network in just a minute.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency and the Mariscotti Funeral Home in California are proud to support students and families throughout the area. The Mariscotti family provides honest service with a commitment to excellence to families and businesses in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties. For nearly 50 years, the Mariscotti family has served the community, and they look forward to the next 50 years. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency on 3rd Street and the Mariscotti Funeral Home on 4th Street, supporting the Bearcats, Bulldogs, Falcons, and Trojans.
$150, 160-pound action. Leo Schrader for Bentworth. He is taken down, and we may have had just announced that this was Miller, but they announced it was Miller as well, right? Is that what you had, Eric? No, this is Leo Schrader, right? Yep, yeah, definitely Leo Schrader for Bentworth. And an early takedown for the Beth-Center wrestler, is Miller. We'll go with that and try to figure out what happened at 152. Do you know that Croson got the fall for Bentworth? Bearcats lead 24-21 over the Bulldogs. Winner of this dual meet goes to the team tournament. Barr and try to work up front for an underhook as well. And now the Barr across the back, chest to chest, and Schrader in all kind of trouble. And a fall comes, 1 minute, 19 seconds. And it is Evan Miller here, so we'll check out 152 and correct that in a moment. Beth-Center goes back in front, 27-24. 4 weights to go. We're back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small-town charm meets wide-open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
All right, pretty clear here at 172. Owen Ivsick for Bentworth. In on the legs, gets the takedown as he takes Sidney Miklos into the mat. Just 15 seconds in, 3-0 Ivsick in front. Beth-Center with a 27-24 lead. These two teams have traded the lead back and forth since Bentworth led 12-9 after the first 4 bouts. Then 6 points each way, right back and forth, weight by weight. And Miklos in trouble. Ivsick tried to stack him straight up in the air. Now tucks the head out of the way and gets the pin. 34 seconds. Owen Ivsick puts Bentworth right back in front. Bentworth 30, Beth-Center 27. We go to 189 when we come back on the WJPA Sports Network.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Paxton Thomas to the mat for Bentworth, 6th place finisher at Tri-Cata. He's taking on Wesley Bebout. Both of these wrestlers weighed in at 172 and bump up here to 189. Beth-Center has 2 Tri-Cata medalists in the wings. Malachi Peak finished 3rd, and Noah Lehue won the Tri-Cata championship. 30 seconds in, scoreless. Paxton Thomas, part of that Bentworth boys soccer state championship team. Bebout able to fight out of some trouble. Looked like Thomas was trying to get a whole package there and get more than maybe what was available. Now he tried to get around behind. Bebout rolls, has Thomas in trouble. Crossface by Thomas. Thomas steps up over, grabs the head, and he puts Bebout onto his back. Takedown only, no near falls for Paxton Thomas. Bebout had a moment there where he might have done all kind of great things for BC, and now it's Thomas with just a tie-up of the head. Here comes Bebout on top. 4 near falls for Thomas, 2-point reversal for Bebout, and with 30 seconds to go in the first, it's 7-2. Thomas just a couple of times got a little greedy before he got the takedown. The first, his takedown, tried to get more than what was there, and then time got a little sloppy while he had the near fall situation. Got the back points, but then gave up the reversal. 7-2 after 1 second period at 189 on WJPA in just a moment.
Community College of Beaver County is now in Washington County. We are here with the support you need and the value you want. At the Washington County College Center, explore our in-demand career paths in aviation, education, and criminal justice, or start college early with dual enrollment courses and high school academies. At the Washington County College Center, your pathway to success starts right at home. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
Second period, Thomas begins on the bottom physically, but on top on the scoreboard. Elbow roll, and he catches Bebout. Bebout on his back. Thomas grabs the forearm, and he packages Bebout up and gets the fall. 2 minutes, 16 seconds. Thomas in 16 seconds goes from bottom physical position to a fall to put Bentworth in front 36-27. 2 bouts to go. We're back on the WJPA Sports Network, presented by CNX Foundation.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and keep the warm and cozy in. Visit a loan officer today or apply anytime online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 458729.
Braden Taggart for Bentworth, Noah Lehue. And Gary Welsh keeps Malachi Peak in his hip pocket for 285, hoping that it's going to matter. Braden Taggart, any win for Bentworth in either of these last 2 matches will clinch the dual meet. Ankle pick attempt by Lehue, and Taggart going to go over onto his hands and give up the takedown. Lehue won the Tri-Cata Championship. Peak was a 3rd place finisher at West Green at the early part of the month. And not only does Bentworth have to win both of these matches, first of all, they have to win them both. Second of all, they have to pick up bonus points. If Beth-Center wins both bouts, and gets 3 bonus points, unless there's a team point deduction, Beth-Center would win the dual meet by tiebreaker. A pin and a regular decision will put BC into the team tournament. Looks like optional start indicated by Lehue. And he's just going to shove Taggart away. Not really sure I understand the optional start and giving away the escape. Why not just start up on your feet? But there's some reason that coaches teach that. Lehue took a long shot, got hands on the knees of Taggart. Taggart tried to duck underneath, and now a trip attempt. Taggart trying to stay in bounds and get around Lehue, but they're out of bounds. Noah Lehue with about a 6-inch height advantage, but that may be an advantage for Taggart, a little easier to get inside on Lehue. 30 seconds remaining in our first period. 36-27, Bentworth leads the team score this bout and 1 more to go. BC's Noah Lehue in the lead here with the takedown. Swipe attempt at an ankle by Lehue, 15 seconds remaining. Taggart trying to stay in close so Lehue can't get that open swipe at a leg, especially here late. Don't want to give up points late. Front tie-up work by Taggart. Going to go to the second period. 3-1 Lehigh after 1 second period on the WJPA Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott Day from the Day Insurance Agency here in Washington. When was the last time you reviewed your homeowner's policy? In recent years, the price of homeowners insurance has gone up dramatically. In fact, some companies have raised their rates by as much as 35% in the last year. If you haven't reviewed your coverage lately, now is the time. You might be surprised at how much you can save. Call us at 724-228-3448. Visit us online at dayinsurance.com or stop by one of our offices in Washington or Hickory.
Second period underway. Lehigh chooses bottom position for this second. This is with the random draw about what weight we're starting at. It's like old school here where we go 107 up to heavyweights. Reversal picked up for Lehigh, and now he turns Taggart to his back. Taggart avoids giving up back points though. 5-1 lead for Noah Lehigh. Bearcats have forfeited 3 weights. We knew they would forfeit twice when we saw the weigh-in sheets. Trying to survive, forfeiting 3 times. Braden Taggart wanting to avoid giving up bonus points, but down 5-1 at the moment. About halfway through this bout here at 215 pounds. Stalling call against Taggart. Right arm tied up with a bar, the left arm with a one-on-one. Taggart gets both arms free, trying to draw his base back up under him, but now able to slide them up under. Score from Southside, from Hookstown, Avella leading 29-16. They're a little past halfway. That's Avella and Southside area. If Avella wins, they are almost certainly to get a team tournament bid. Back to the middle, 20 seconds remaining in our second period. It's 5-1 lead for Noah Lehigh of Beth-Center. Looking to expand this to get to a place to get a bonus point at least. Obviously, Lehigh with Peak waiting on deck. Lehigh would like to put the Bulldogs in a position to win the match. Winner goes to the WPIL team tournament with an automatic bid. The loser has to wait for a phone call from the WPIL Wrestling Committee tomorrow morning for a wild card invitation. Taggart got to his feet. Lehigh able to hang on long enough to get to the third period. Lehigh 5-1 after 2. Third period when we come back on WJPA.
In sports and in life, accidents happen, and sometimes people get hurt. The doctors at Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation specialize in orthopedic surgery, joint replacement, foot and ankle reconstruction, hand and upper extremity surgery, sports medicine and rehabilitation, and game time medical services. With main offices near Consol Energy Park and offices in Waynesburg, Charleroi, McMurray, and on Vanadium Road near St. Clair Hospital, you can count on Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation.
Stand-up attempt for Taggart. Lehigh leaning on the back of the shoulders and just trying to drive him back into the mat. He has been able to do that. 5-1 lead for Lehigh. Taggart in a situation now where he just wants to win the match if he can. Fights his way free for an escape, and now a takedown away from tying. But Taggart wants to win the match if he can to clinch the dual meet, but wants to certainly avoid giving up bonus points if he should lose. 5-2 lead. Snap down attempt by Lehigh. Taggart fights that off a couple of times. Now remember, Taggart has been cautioned once for stalling, though he's the guy that needs a takedown to pull even. 60 seconds remaining in the bout here with 215 pounds. Taggart takes a shot, comes up empty. Able to work back up to his feet. Front tie-up work by Lehigh. Taggart trying to keep his balance there. Lehigh leaning hard, steps behind the legs, tried to trip. Taggart fights that off. The two work to the edge of the mat. That's a place where Leahy's length was a benefit. Spin move attempt. Taggart scrambles, gets out of bounds, but the takedown is going to be awarded. Lehue gets the takedown and now leads 8-2. And important here for Taggart to not go to his back. The Bentworth coaches wanted an out of bounds call because Taggart ended up with his hands out on the basketball floor, but his hands went down onto the mat first and then bounced out. Escape given by Taggart to make it 8-3. Takedown attempt, Lehue. A takedown here would give him a major decision lead. The two are out of bounds with 19 seconds remaining. Taggart has given up one stalling warning, and Lehue going to push. Taggart shoves back. 12 seconds to go. A bonus point hanging in the balance here. Lehue trying to secure a takedown. Toss attempt. Taggart going to jump on top. Taggart gets the takedown, but going to run out of time, but he saves a bonus point. Noah Lehue over Braden Taggart, 8-6 team score. Bentworth 36, Beth-Center 30. We get a 285 when we come right back.
Hi, this is Attorney John Petrisic, and I've been your hometown attorney for nearly 30 years. Whether it be family law, the preparation of wills and powers of attorney, or the administration of an estate, I'm ready to assist you. I also represent clients on real estate matters including oil and gas, local government issues, contract disputes, and civil litigation including personal injury. If you're looking for an experienced attorney, I have offices in Bentleyville and Washington. Call 724-239-2330 for a free consultation.
And now the situation is this. Quentin Carter has to avoid being pinned, but Malachi Peak takes him down, puts him right to his back, chest to chest, the fall, and the dual meet is tied. Malachi Peak fall in 15 seconds, ties the dual meet at 36, but the 7 wins for Beth-Center is going to win the dual meet tonight. They will win it by a final of 37-36. 7 wins for Beth-Center and 6 for Bentworth, and with that, Beth-Center is going to win the dual meet. 37-36 will be your final. We'll recap it for you when we come back here on the WJPA Sports Network.
My dream field has a scoreboard with a giant TV.
My dream field has dugouts for our mascot to dance on.
My dream field has lights to play at night. And a duck pond.
CNX is making dream fields come true by donating millions of dollars throughout Appalachia. Nominate your field at cnx.com/dreamfields.
Slovenian Savings and Loan is here for your life, your future, and your dreams. While life's pace seems to get faster and faster, Slovenian Savings and Loan still stands by its traditional values of honesty, integrity, and building personal relationships. Enjoy all modern conveniences to make banking easy, combined with a down-to-earth, face-to-face way of doing business. Slovenian Savings and Loan on Boone Avenue in Strabane. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Mariscotti Insurance Agency and the Mariscotti Funeral Home in California are proud to support students and families throughout the area. The Mariscotti family provides honest service with a commitment to excellence to families and businesses in Washington, Greene, and Fayette counties. For nearly 50 years, the Mariscotti family has served the community, and they look forward to the next 50 years. The Mariscotti Insurance Agency on 3rd Street and the Mariscotti Funeral Home on 4th Street, supporting the Bearcats, Bulldogs, Falcons, and Trojans.
So Beth-Center heading to the team tournament with an automatic bid. Bentworth overall drops to 3-2, but it's done nice work outside of dual meet competition. We'll have to see if that phone call comes tomorrow morning. Let's recap it for you, tell you how we got here. Bentworth started with we knew they would forfeit 2. They ended up forfeiting 3, decided to bump up from 107. So Noah McCollum of Beth-Center picks up a forfeit at 107. Bulldogs led 6-0. Bentworth with back-to-back pins to take a 12-6 lead. Brian Matthews pinning Brody Quigley in 3 minutes and 25 seconds. And then Bobby Lemley bumping up a weight class, pins Nico Gush in 1 minute and 52 seconds to put Bentworth up 12-6. Back-to-back wins for Beth-Center. 4-3 decision. Late takedown for Shane Cronin. 1 second left in the match when Cronin got the takedown, and that gave him a 4-3 win over Brock McClure. That pulled Beth-Center to within 12-9. Forfeit awarded to Michael Curtis at 133 gave the Bulldogs a 15-12 lead. And then it was back and forth over the next 4 weight classes, either falls or forfeits, and all of it early. At 139, Bentworth took an 18-15 lead with Drake McClure's pin of Dante Price in 23 seconds. Beth-Center picked up a forfeit. Mason Wright had his hand raised. That gave Beth-Center a 21-18 lead. Bryce Croson at 152 able to take down and pin Robert Meckling of Beth-Center in 19 seconds. Bentworth led 24-21. At 160 pounds, Evan Miller with a early takedown and eventually turned Leo Schrader to his back, getting a fall in 1 minute and 19 seconds. It gave Beth-Center a 27-24 lead. First, the last time in action that they would be in front until the tiebreaker came at the very end. 172 pounds, Owen Ivsick wasted little time, pinning Sidney Miklos in 34 seconds. Bentworth went up 30-27. Paxton Thomas from the bottom to start the second period, a reversal and a pin in 16 seconds of that period to give Bentworth a 36-27 lead. Paxton Thomas pin over Wesley Bebout. The total time was 2:16. But that left Beth-Center needing 9 points to tie the dual meet. 10 would win it, 9 would tie, 8 would be a Bentworth victory. And the Bulldogs had a pair of Tri-Cata medalists available to try to get the work done. Noah Lehue holds off Braden Taggart at 285 pounds and wins it by an 8-6 final score, pulling Beth-Center to within 6 and brought the pressure to Malachi Peak. Had to get a 6-point win, be it a pin or a disqualification. And Peak with the early takedown against Quinn Carter and put him to his back, got the fall in 15 seconds. That tied the dual meet score. And with the tiebreaker, there were no team point deductions, so you go to the bouts 1, first tiebreaker criteria. Beth-Center 7, Bentworth 6, add a point to the winner of the tiebreaker, and Beth-Center wins the dual meet 37-36. Back to Bentworth here on the WJPA Sports Network in just a moment.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Greene County, Pennsylvania, where small town charm meets wide open adventure. Explore scenic parks and winding trails. Visit historic towns and tour our picturesque covered bridges. Enjoy family-friendly events, hands-on history, and peaceful countryside views. Whether you're planning a day trip or a weekend escape, Greene County has something for everyone. Start planning your visit today at visitgreene.org.
Get your name out there with Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville. Whether it's your business, your school, your team, whatever group or organization, Bell Print and Stitch does digital printing, including banners and vehicle graphics. They'll put your logo on anything with embroidery, heat press vinyl, or screen printing, all at competitive prices. Need an online fundraising spirit store? Call 724-207-3408. Bell Print and Stitch on Main Street in Bentleyville. See more on Facebook.
Time to recognize our wrestler of the match, brought to you by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County.
Community College of Beaver County is now in Washington County. We are here with the support you need and the value you want at the Washington County College Center. Explore our in-demand career paths in aviation, education, and criminal justice, or start college early with dual enrollment courses and high school academies. At the Washington County College Center, your pathway to success starts right at home. Learn more at ccbcwashington.com.
One of the best matchups of the night, one of only 2 matches that went the distance, featured a pair of Tri-Cata medalists. Brock McClure for Bentworth, a third-place finisher at the tournament at West Green at the beginning of the month. Shane Cronin of Beth-Center finished 4th in his weight class. McClure with a first-period takedown to lead 3-0. We went to the third period, that same score. early in that period. Shane Cronin with an escape, and then with 1 second left on the clock was able to get around, get control, and for that, Shane Cronin, our wrestler of the match. And his win, the difference in whether Bentworth or Beth-Center came out with the dual meet victory and with the team tournament berth in hand when they go to bed tonight. Speaking of such things, get word that Avella has clinched their dual meet with Southside area. Avella is going to go to the team tournament again. The Eagles qualified last year as well. In fact, they wrestled in this gym a year ago in the preliminary round. Brackets will be set tomorrow, and we'll have all of that for you as soon as we get them. But Beth-Center improves to 3-1 in the league. Bentworth drops to 2-2 and 3-2 overall, and we will see if their individual tournament work is going to be enough to get a team tournament invitation. Tonight's match on the WJPA Sports Network has been brought to you in part by Bell Print and Stitch, digital print, embroidery, design, and fundraising. Bell Print and Stitch in Bentleyville and on Facebook. By Visit Green. Greene County has something for everyone. Log on, visitgreen.org. By the Mariscotti Insurance Agency and Mariscotti Funeral Home in California, proud to support students and families throughout the area. By Slovenian Savings and Loan, big enough to serve, small enough to care. By CNX Dreamfields, making your dream field come true. By attorney John Patrici, nearly 30 years of experience gives your case the attention it deserves. By Advanced Orthopedics and Rehabilitation, an advanced surgical hospital. By the Day Insurance Agency on East Maiden Street in Washington, on Main Street in Hickory, online at dayinsurance.com, celebrating more than a half-century of service. By First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, people you know, people you can trust. And by Washington County College Center, operated by Community College of Beaver County. Late tomorrow morning, we'll get the brackets from the WPIL Wrestling Committee with preliminary matches on Monday night's schedule. Round of 16 and quarterfinals will take place Wednesday, and as soon as the brackets are released, we'll have them for you on the WJPA Sports website. Our thanks to both head coaches, Gary Welsh and Mike Schrader, to Athletic Director Brian Malecki, and the entire crew here at Bentworth. For our floor director, Eric Bennett, Chris Fox on camera, Bill Chapo and Dave Anthony in our downtown Washington studios, I'm Bob Gregg. Thanks for being with us here on Pennsylvania's radio sports leader. It's on to the team tournament for Beth-Center, and for Bentworth, time to wait and hope. For Bentworth, your final score, Beth-Center 37, Bentworth 36. This has been a presentation of the WJPA Sports Network.